Hey everyone, and welcome back to Haste Kitchen. Now today I'm going to show you how to do a simple gluten-free sausage roll, but packed full of flavour. Instead of just like a standard sausage meat, I've got a gluten-free sausage meat. If you can't get that from your butchers, which you should be able to, you can just get gluten-free sausages and take them out of the skin, like I've done here. With that, we're going to be putting that with a mix of cranberry and thyme, just to give it a little bit more sweetness from the cranberries and that thyme with that beautiful herby flavour. Now, before I get the comments out there, I'm not brilliant with gluten. That's why I'm making it gluten-free. If you don't have a gluten intolerance, eat gluten. It's no problem at all. But I know I get lots of comments from people saying, so why are you teaching gluten-free? Well, guess what? Because I'm gluten intolerant. That's why. So if you want to make this gluten-free, you can. If you don't, just use normal flour and normal sausage meat. It's plain flour, so you just swap that out for normal. Let's get cooking. We've got our gluten-free organic sausage meat. I'm using about 12 to 15 sausages worth. We've got 2 organic eggs. We've got around 200 grams of plain gluten-free flour, about 40 to 50 grams of organic butter. I'm using Kerrygold. We've got some cranberries, some thyme, and some cold water. So get your oven up to 250 Celsius, please. Full blast, as always. We've got our flour. Into that, we're going to add our butter. And again, we're going to go into that with 1 egg, okay? So it's going to be messy, but I'm going to keep this really, really simple. So this is the easiest thing you can do. Get your kids making this. Harry's typically at nursery today, so otherwise he would be doing this. Going to add just a small amount of water. First of all, just a touch. And then I'm just going to stir that around. And then I'm going to get involved with my hands. Turn that through the flour until you start getting a really nice mix. So that's your pastry, pretty much sorted. That can just go to one side, just for the moment. I'm going to grab our sausage meat, cranberries, and thyme. That's it. Can't get any easier than that. We're also going to beat a bit of egg just to glaze that over the top. Grab your sausage meat, you put that straight into the bowl. Into your sausage meat, you're going to go in with a decent handful of your cranberries. I'm going to take about 3 or 4 sprigs of thyme, not too much because it's quite a strong herb and it will overpower it otherwise. So thyme can just go in. Using about 3 or 4 sprigs, I say. That is going to give it so much flavour, and you're going to get those sweetness of those cranberries coming through there, which is going to caramelise and go all sticky and gooey, and it is going to be awesome. Pepper, black pepper, not too much, bit of salt, that's done, that's your filling. Let's give it a little mix up. I'm just going to use the same spoon that I just used for the other mix. That is your sausage meat. Right, sausage meat to one side. Take out some more dough. Always put a little bit of flour down so you can see what you're working with and make sure it doesn't stick. I'm just going to do one of these so you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off that excess piece down one side, excess piece down the other, because you're going to use that again for the next sausage roll. Take a good amount of your sausage meat. Going to roll that. Remember, I've got a little bit of flour on my hand so it's not sticking to me. Little roll. Now I want these to be quite big and chunky, so we're going to go down with something like that. It's a proper sausage roll. All I'm going to do is literally take that straight over the top. I'm going to take your egg, quick beat up with the egg. I'm going to literally just trim that down one side. We're going to use that again for the next sausage roll. And on top of this, I'm going to put a little bit of our markings. Something like that, and then simply over the top a little bit of our glaze, which is just a mixed egg. Get your kids involved with this because this is perfect for them and so much better than the crappy processed ones you buy from the supermarket, which have literally 40% pork, and I use the word pork lightly, and that can go straight into the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. You're going to be looking at it to make sure it's going in a nice even colour. Turn down the heat slightly to about 180 and cook that for another further 5 to 7 minutes. That can go onto your buttered baking tray and pop that straight into the oven. Right, so it's been in about 20 minutes. Let's get it out of the oven. Smells pretty epic. You can see the caramelisation coming out of those cranberries as well. Now that's what you call a sausage roll. So there we go. We've got our gluten-free sausage roll. I'm just going to cut that down one of the lines so you can see what you've got. You see you've got these little bits of cranberry in there as well. Just to cut another little section off that. Now I'm not going to eat all this because I know my kids are going to be back any second and they're going to want to devour this tonight. But there we go. We've got a beautiful sausage roll. The pastry itself is nice and crumbly as well. Just need a little bit of ketchup because I'm a ketchup kind of guy. If you want brown sauce and ruin it, you can do. Let's try that. So you've got the beautiful taste, the buttery pastry, which is nice and crumbly. You've got the moist sausage meat, the cranberries and the thyme just coming through there as well with the caramelisation. Really, really simple recipe. Please recreate this one, and if you do, Haste Kitchen is always on Instagram and Twitter. Tell everyone about the channel, and also my blog should be finally live next week. So my hastekitchen.com, the co.uk one will direct to .com, and it'll be all refreshing and new recipes, new ideas, new blogs about different things that I'm writing about, new recipes, as I say. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I shall see you next week. Cheers then, bye-bye.